Hello.
Hello. It's wonderful to see you all. Old friends and faces and new friends and faces. So for a very quick introduction, if you're the first time here, my name is Nadia or Nadjeschda, short form Nadja Taranczewski. I'm one of the founders of ConsciousU, and we create blended learning programs that we scale in organizations to scale consciousness development. And we also have an open program that is open to the public, which I co-wrote with Peter about his money work, CU Money. And this event here, though, is here to give anybody who's interested in Peter's work, whether it's money work or source work or how to create more love in business, an opportunity to, as we say in German, ask us a hole into Peter's stomach. Yeah, so we can gut him. Peter, we can gut you.
Thank you.
Peter, tell us where you are. You're sitting in your camper. I can see that.
Yeah, just in a place called Ogebbio on Lago Maggiore at the moment, in sweltering heat. But we have a fairly warm lake actually, but it's cooler than the weather outside, at least a little bit. And it's nice to be here. It's nice. It's amazing to see so many people because it feels like holiday time right now.
I know.
Yeah.
I think everybody's hiding from the heat inside. That's probably what's happening.
Uh-huh.
So we're sweating in unison across Europe and the US. I saw that Nadia is here from New York as well. So I think it's equally hot there. So, oh my God. So what we're doing here is really up to us because there is no script, there is no plan. I'm completely clueless. One thing that I like to do in the beginning is to send everybody in a very quick sort of 6-minute conversation with one other person or two other people, just to have your voice in the room at least once, even if you decide to not ask anything later. And of course, the idea would be for you to figure out what is it that I would like to address, right? So what is something that feels like I would like to talk about it? Something that's alive in me right now. And I thought, as sort of guiding questions, you could look at what are the things I'm busy with right now. So that could be anything in your personal life. It could be something in your relationship. It could be something in the world at large. To just have a look at what is happening within me. And if you are familiar with money work and source work, then of course it's helpful if you can connect it to those topics in some shape or form. And I would literally just send you in a breakout group for 6 minutes. So it's not a big thing, but I think it's always nice to have said something in the beginning. We're too big of a group to do a check-in with everybody. So I will open the rooms now and we'll see you back here in 6 minutes. So just say hi to somebody. Bye. So yeah, we're just curious to hear, what did this bring up? Like, where is there any kind of resonance? Because we, Peter and I, often talk in the programs about how many of us have stories of taking money from when we were little, right? I can completely remember stealing from my parents over a long period of time because they had this very convenient little money pot where they would have, the 1 mark coins. And they kept it there for, little shopping, like, I don't know. It was just there. Every time they had a coin, they put it there. And honestly, it was just this wonderful, endless pot of money as far as I was concerned, right? It kept magically refilling until one day, I think they sort of caught up and then the pot disappeared and nobody ever talked about it. But, it felt like this source of abundance in my life was suddenly gone. And then at some point I realized, well, I was actually like stealing from my parents for a long time. It wasn't huge amounts of money, but it adds up. So I was a sneaky thief and I got caught in a way. So what are your stories around thieving and being sneaky? And
in my, I don't know how it is in yours, Nadia, but in my seminars, and Monica is with us too, the figures are pretty robust on children stealing from parents. They're very minimum. In all my seminars, has been 40%, up to about 80% in some seminars, and that's with smaller groups, but also the largest group I had on that was around about 800, 900 people. And I put the question, how many of you have taken money from your parents as children, stolen it as it were, and a sea of hands in this group in this congress of 800 people. So it is a statistic which is not commonly known, actually. So far more prevalent than we realize.
Thank you. And Vera or Joop, I don't know, one of you has your hand up.
Yeah,
Hi.
hello. Wonderful to see you. And sorry for the delay. You just put the question, and I thought, like, I'm happy to share my sneaky thief story just for 2 minutes. And that was when I was in primary school. So it must have been when I was 7, 8 years, something like that old. And so from the primary school up the hill to my parents' place, to our place back then, there was a little grocery shop, really family-owned, traditional business, really beautiful. And we used to go there with our little pennies. Back then it was still D-Mark. And buy either in the summertime an ice or the like loose saure Schlangen. So these the like gummy bears, but sour, like that was the thing that we were really keen in. And one day where we didn't have money with us, we also very much liked, which is a little bit of a strange thing, but we liked raw Brussels sprouts. Don't ask me why. We like to eat them. So we didn't have money. They were laying outside. The shop owner was not there. And we were just sneaking a handful of Brussels sprouts. And we were going up the hill, and we felt so incredibly bad about it. We felt so bad about I mean, we were still eating them, but I think even the last ones we were throwing away because it felt just really bad to have these Brussels sprouts and not having been paid for it. And I mean, that's kind of a cent thing today, but still it felt really bad. Even especially because the shop owner was such a nice guy. He always was joyful to see us, coming and being this loyal customers for a few pennies. And so we kind of, both my sister and I, we had quite a lot of fights, but there we were quite aligned with one another. So we, in the evening, like we went to our parents and like we sneaked we took them without paying, and my parents were like, no, well, that's not what you're doing. That's for nothing that you're having a bad conscience. So you go there tomorrow and you tell them. And so we went and told the shop owner, and we didn't even have to pay. He was kind of laughing, but yeah. So that's the little story of the sneaky thief. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you. What other reactions came up? Anyone else connecting? And if not, you can also ask whatever came up in your previous conversation around money, source, any of these questions that you're that you're busy with right now. What came up for you?
And in this heat, it may be burning. So anything burning.
Reto, I can see that you are unmuted.
Well, actually, as in the previous conversations, I just thought, why didn't Joanne really play big, and say double the price of the course, and really put value in it, and say, I want to be in this course and throw at least 10 times more of what I have put in.
Well, Reto, sorry, Peter, you're having a reaction?
No, I was sort of also, Reto, leading a bit in that direction with my 500, my suggestion of 500. Because doing something like this, so this is my justification, if you like, and it's not intended as a recipe, more just as an impulse. But as an impulse, sometimes, particularly if you think you can't afford something, to actually take this step and discover that you can afford it and that the resources will come to you if it's the right thing to do, can be kind of a breakthrough. So that's why I also was kind of, for Joanne, for you, just giving that little test and also asking whether you're absolutely clear, absolutely sure that this 100 is right for you. And maybe even after this conversation, there'll be a possibility to relook again or relook at any point. But I was resonant with what you're suggesting, Reto, I think, with your suggestion. And Nadia, you have something to add.
Reto, I'm curious, sort of, what was your impulse behind it? Because, you know, Joanne is going through her own process and sweating in the dark. But what did it connect to in you when you were witnessing this conversation?
Well, I mean, it's relating to trust and to trust in yourself and to trust into the course leader and to play big. That's what came up.
Tell us a bit about that in your life. Yeah, because the reason why I'm poking around there is that I feel if we're reacting to something, we're witnessing, there's usually a resonance in our own story.
But I never worked for money. I had enough and have enough still. I was always looking for to have a job I liked, and money was kind of a nice side product. And I run a money seminar 30 years ago on my own, actually, as a seminar leader, and which was quite interesting, actually. So there were a lot of pitfalls while leading the seminar. So taking the wrong train, needing to take a taxi for 200 euros and stuff like that, you know.
So anything around money in your life right now, Reto, that is interesting for you?
I sponsor a lot for the time being. I never did it up to the last couple of months. So and the sponsoring is in the thousands, and I never did it before that in these dimensions.
You never did it before, or you did it before in these?
No, I never did it in these dimensions.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
That's what's happening for the time being.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some money outstanding which I lent to a friend already years ago, and which didn't come back yet. And I question myself, how should he be in order, and how should I be in order to have this money flow? That's one of the questions I'm now dealing with, because it's not flowing because of economic circumstances. But and I don't yet have the answer. Well, let's put it that way. The answer will probably be fully trusting the situation. And I mean, what I learned is trust starts where expectation ends. So you have to go beyond in order to really be able to say, yes, I'm trusting.
So is there any question around that or any doubt in you, or do you feel you're well on your path?
Well, there is up and down, of course, the doubt. Do I really trust this person? You know, this person that which own still has to pay a lot of money back to me, promises and promises and promises, and it doesn't deliver. And yet I'm still trusting.
Do you allow yourself to mistrust?
Excuse me?
Do you allow yourself to mistrust?
I do. Yes, it comes up from time to time. And yet I'm this is a crucial question, of course. The question is, am I really trusting? Am I really, really trusting?
I think the question is, are you really, really mistrusting?
Okay.
Because there's something that I'm feeling here is that you're feeling mistrust is bad.
Could you say that again? That I'm feeling?
That what I'm feeling is, what I'm sensing is that you're feeling that mistrust is bad.
Mistrust is bad. Yeah, could be. Could be. could be. Yeah. I just remember one thing. My mother actually, she's died years ago, and she was in touch with an English gentleman. She was working in the French part of Switzerland, and this man always said, I mistrust everyone until he proves that I can trust him. And my concept is actually the other way around. And maybe a little bit of more of this gentleman wouldn't be bad at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're allowed to mistrust and to trust, of course.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's, you know, to be realistic. So, you know, there's another English word which is faith.
Yes.
Which is pretty close. And I think if you allow yourself to both mistrust and trust, according to the situation, you probably will have the faith that things will work out.
Yeah.
But it might be, you know, on a practical level, it might be quite useful to test yourself in terms of mistrusting. In fact, one of the earliest workshops that I ever did on relationships, we were a group of 80 people, and the exercise was to go round to everybody, walk around the room, and when we met somebody, we had to say one of three things. And this was one of the first exercises we did. I trust you, or I don't trust you, or I'm not sure whether I trust you.
Uh-huh.
And actually, it was a great exercise.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
A group of strangers.
Absolutely. I mean, that nails down within minutes where you are. So
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah. Mm.
And Rita, another theme that just sort of kept percolating up for me is being taken advantage of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so there's something about a person that you lend money to, and then they don't pay you back, even though that was the agreement, and this feeling of being taken advantage of, and to see if that's something that can happen easily within you, or if that creates a lot of resistance, and what the polarity of that might be.
Mm.
So how does it feel to say I'm being taken advantage of?
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Hmm.
And yet I'm, and this is the concept of my whole education. There was always a kind of an understanding for the other person to put myself into the other shoes.
Mm-hmm.
There's, I don't know, I don't, we might not have time to go there entirely, but there's something where a part of you wants to keep the upper hand, right? So if you give,
sure,
and then you're also empathic with the other person's situation, you're always sort of the smarter, kinder, wiser one. But if somebody takes advantage of you, they flip this around.
Yes.
Because now
yes.
you're the stupid one.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now with your thousands, you're taking even bigger risks there.
Yes. Well, the loss is just giving away. So I mean, that's sponsoring people who are in a bad situation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's I yeah. I like what you say, Nadia.
So something to play with, right?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
To just explore a bit more. I don't know, Peter, what would be the statements that could work there, but
it's like something like I'm cheated and it's okay. I'm taken advantage of and cheated and it's okay. And it's perfect because here we have Joanne as the sneaky thief who could come in and take advantage of you.
Yeah, could be.
Oh, I like where this is going. So she could ask you for 10 times the normal fee of CU money, which would go into our account.
That's right.
Yeah.
Come full circle.
Yeah.
The main thing is that you feel sorry for her, of course. That she has to be the poor person that you imagine, which she is expressing anyway. So it sounds a pretty nice little. This is the circular economy reframed.
Okay. Well, I wouldn't have thought to be as active in this second round as I'm now am. Thanks for the opportunity to share. And
Thank you, Rita.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna unpin all of us so that we can have a quick look at every beautiful face here. And I'm just gonna call on a couple of you and just ask you, what is sort of your little gold nugget, your takeaway, your little gold coin that you're taking into the evening? So, and you know, and really we're talking about small gold coins, so don't give us a thesis, yeah, and no trunket full of money, just a small gold coin. Alan, what are you walking away with?
So I'm resonating with, I am being taken advantage of, and that's okay, and that's perfect. And I take advantage of others, and it's okay.
Mhm.
And it resonated because recently I've gone through a transition myself as a source of a initiative/company in Mexico. Now I'm in the UK, and I was feeling with my associates that now are leading the company that I was being taken advantage of and not being recognized as being the founder of that. Until I realized that, and somebody mentioned it, and clicked definitely of, you decided to leave, and nobody has been taken advantage of. And if you feel it, then this phrase like crystallizes that. No? It's okay. It's okay. I had to do that, and I've looked for sponsors and taken their money, and I've had clients and I take their money, or I bring people and invite people to participate, and we're taking advantage of each other's strengths and talents. That's what came to mind.
Great, thank you so much, Alan. And let's have Ernst, your quick takeaway from today.
Yes, well, great. I have taken advantage of others, and that's okay. And others have taken advantage of me, and I can live with it. That's my takeaway, because if I take these two lines, it's a question of what currency we are talking about. I have taken advantage of others in terms of money, and I have been taking advantage of from others, and I have given something which was no money, and which was a lot too. So that's also that came to my mind, that this happens. And it's always the opposite or the same turned around that I stand within, and I have many other examples. And it helps me a lot every day, every week, to look where it is like that, that there's still another thing. I feel ashamed, and that's okay. Yes, I'm mad with rages, and that's okay. So I've collected a lot of these sentences here in the time when I was with you, and that's a good healing. That's a good step forward, because it gives me easiness. It gives me confidence in myself, and it helps me to look at myself and to look at others, and it gives me a lot of peace.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's me. Thank you for listening.
Wonderful. Okay, one more woman, and then we dial out. Hang on, let's see. Monica, I see you down there. What's your takeaway?
Yeah, I'm always learning a lot, and I very much liked the circular exchange at the end. I just found it fantastic that the money flows from one hand to the next one, and yes, we can all be winners in the game.
Great, the circular economy. Yeah, Peter just gave that a whole new definition. That's great.
Yes.
Okay, you guys, why don't you put yourself on unmute, make yourself loud so that we can say goodbye, proper goodbye, and then find somebody in the tile next to you.
Bye.
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 Bye. Bye.
Bye bye. Cheers.
Bye.